Chapter 3. Beautiful but Beasts. Threshold, the mirror of grace. Because the first reflection of wisdom is not perfection, before we enter the house of wisdom asks us to take off our shoes. Here, grief becomes holy ground. Every tear remembers the ocean from which it fell. The pause. Before you begin, set down your mirror. You were never meant to see perfection, only love looking back. What you call flaw may be the doorway through which beauty enters. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from the beginning to end. Ecclesiastes 3:11. There is a rhythm that moves beneath all things, a pulse that refuses to divide the world into good and bad, light and shadow, holy and profane. It beats through birth and death, laughter and mourning, through every time for and time to. We call it chaos. God calls it beautiful. Solomon saw it, the symmetry of sorrow and joy, and trembled. He wanted eternity, but lived inside time. He could sense the music, but couldn't remember the melody. So he wrote it down as paradox. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Each word a heartbeat of God's unfinished song. When Solomon looked deeper, he saw beasts, the human and the animal, sharing breath and dust. He realized that our striving to be more than beasts is what makes us act less human. God, he said, tests the children of men, that they might see they are but beasts. But what kind of God tests by revealing? The kind whose mercy hides in the mirror. There is a wildness in us that religion tries to cage. We build systems, doctrines, masks to tame the creature that hungers and howls within. But wisdom whispers, "Do not kill what I can transform." The beast is not your enemy. It is the raw material of redemption, the clay from which God shapes compassion. When you stop fighting it, you begin to feel its cry for love. Jesus did not come to make the beast behave. He came to befriend it. He entered flesh, sweat, fear, and hunger, not to avoid them, but to inhabit them completely. He became what we despise, so we could see ourselves again. Isaiah said, "He had no beauty that we should desire him." But love, once embodied, is always beautiful. Not for what it hides, but for what it reveals. He who was called the Lamb of God was surrounded by beasts at his birth. He came to show us that divinity does not fear dirt. The manger is proof that heaven is not allergic to earth. When the beast within us kneels, it becomes the cradle of the divine. We have spent ages polishing mirrors that only reflect our own disappointment. But the face we are meant to see is not our perfection. It is the gaze that calls us beloved. Beauty is not the absence of flaw. It is the presence of grace in the midst of it. To be made beautiful in time means to be seen through the eyes of eternity. There will come a day when all beasts lie down. not slain, but tamed by tenderness. When every wound will shine like glass in the sunlight. When every scar will be an opening through which love passes freely. When all the ugly things will confess what they've been hiding, that they were never apart from God at all. Under the sun, beyond the sun, clarification. Under the sun, we polish the mirror and despise our reflection. We hide the creature within, ashamed of its hunger and its howl. We spend our lives taming what we fear, never realizing it is the voice of our own longing for love. Beyond the sun, the lamb does not slay the beast. It sits beside it and calls it beloved. Heaven is not sterile. It's incarnate. The beast becomes the manger. The flaw becomes the door. Beauty is not perfection, but presence. God wearing our dust and calling it good. Echo. You stopped hiding, and love found your face.